If you want to overcome the fear of criticism, develop real confidence, and develop a stoic and bulletproof mindset, the entire formula is right here behind me on this board. Because the truth is, I used to be bullied for years, and every single time someone would poke fun at me, make a joke, or tease me, I would literally break down and cry. And that is developed into me now having this mindset where nothing anyone says or does truly affects me. So in this video I'm going to break down 6 mindset shifts that you can make right now and 5 practical steps you can use to put all of this into action. First of all, top 1 there. An apple tree does not grow pears. Similarly, someone who is truly happy and enjoying life does not spread negativity. Why would someone who is loving life go out of his way to make you feel worse? The truth is they don't. People think that the most successful people are somehow evil or whatever. The truth is the most successful people are the happiest and spread the most positivity because they have enough within themselves to share out with the world. The people who are usually at the lowest of lows, they are the ones who harbor the most hate. So realize that when you get harsh criticism, hatred, that does not come from someone who is in a good space mentally. Be empathetic towards that fact. It's not a reflection on you, it's a reflection on them instead. Second mindset that I found incredibly helpful was to switch perspectives. Because have you ever walked across the street, saw someone looking at you and be like, I wonder how that person is perceiving me. What are they thinking about me? How are they judging me? And in reality, the perspective shift means that most likely the other person is thinking the same thing as well. Because we are all inside of our own heads 24/7. We are our most harsh critics, ourselves. And so because of this, because we see our every flaw and we notice the struggle, the setbacks, the negative thoughts, we tend to think that other people judge us just as harshly. But when you take this perspective shift, you realize that other people wonder the same thing about you judging them. And once you break free of this, once you realize that nobody is actually judging you that much, it is literally like 1% or less of what you think it is, that's the actual judgment. Once you realize this, you can take it in either one of 2 ways. You can think, oh no, nobody cares about me, I'm such a loser. Or you can say, nobody really cares about me. That is great, because now I can be free, now I can be me, now I can go for my dreams. Because even if I fail, the only critic I have to really deal with is me. And I can handle this shit. That's a crucial mindset shift that I learned over the years. For number 3, imagine that you only saw the movie trailer. And then you go online to the forums and say, oh, this movie completely sucks. But you've never seen it, you've only seen the trailer. How well are you in a position to judge that movie? You are not, right? And so that's the same thing with other people judging you. You know yourself. You see the entire picture. They see like one piece of the puzzle and they judge the entire fucking puzzle upon it. So realize that whenever other people have criticism, they don't have criticism about the real you. They have criticism about the tiniest part about you that they have access to, that they see. So realize that it's not the full picture that anyone has on you. And once you can put it into that perspective, you can break free from that opinion not really mattering because they don't have the context. It's like a critic of a movie who hasn't even seen the movie. Let go of that criticism. So for number 4, let me ask you this. If I tell you that your pink hair absolutely sucks, it looks ridiculous, does that offend you? Does that make you feel insecure? For almost everybody, the answer is no, because you don't have pink hair, right? And the reason other people's opinions, other people's criticism gets to us is because there's a part of us deep down inside, either consciously or subconsciously, that knows it is true. Let that sink in for a moment. When you have something where you know 100% that this is the real you, and that's it, period. Whereas the opinion over there from someone else is completely different. You can shake that off because you know who you are and who you are not. However, once you find even the tiniest hint of something that is true, that you know about yourself, that you do not like about yourself, now things change to the point where it actually hurts inside. So number 4 is to really sit down, put pen to paper, and map out your insecurities. What is it that you are afraid that people will see about you? How do you feel about yourself, really? After that burst of ego of I'm the greatest, once that positive affirmation shit has worn off, how do you truly see yourself? And once you can put that into perspective, now you can work on both accepting where you are at right now, while you work on resolving some of those issues, either by accepting them or by working on them to overcome those limiting beliefs about yourself. Number 5 is the following. There are times when getting rejected, when getting criticism, when getting told that your plan sucks or you suck in a certain area, there are times when that's actually a fantastic thing. So here's the thing. There's you. Hopefully you look a bit better than this. But there's people you look up to and people you look down upon. For example, if you want to have a great marriage, a great family life, and your uncle has been divorced for 5 times, he would be here. If he tells you that your dating strategy or your marriage or your spouse, your girlfriend is just a terrible person, you can immediately disregard this. If your parents have been married for 20 years and are still happily married, and they say, hey, look, we noticed your girlfriend, but there are these red flags that we notice. Now it's something to at least take into account. So judge the advice, the criticism, the opinions you're getting by, has this person already achieved what it is that I want to achieve? Or has this person not achieved any of that? Is this person someone that I look up to? Or someone I don't look up to? Judge those opinions by, have they got the results? Because if they don't, their best thinking got them down that downward path in life. So if you don't want to end up like them, don't take that advice. Don't take that too fucking seriously. And number 6, now that I'm seeing this, I've already basically covered this over here, which is that the things that actually hurt us, the opinions, the remarks, the jokes, are the reflection of our insecurities, our fears. So once you can stand naked in front of the mirror, either literally or figuratively, and map out where you're at and where you're moving towards, now you can put that into perspective, let go of the negativity, and now those opinions don't really matter that much anymore because you've dealt with it internally. And if you're liking this so far, give the video a quick thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, because my aim is that I want to give you the lessons that I had to learn the hard way. What's behind me on this board took me a decade to piece together through trial and error. I don't want this to take a decade for you as well, so I'm sharing these lessons with you in hope that you can shortcut your learning curve. Now here are the 5 things that took me from a loser who would break down every time someone poked fun at me, to someone who is truly confident, truly loving life, where nothing someone says or does can truly break me down. That is number 1. It starts with vision. So let me ask you, where do you see yourself in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? This goes back to when I was being bullied. At some point I thought about ending everything. But then there's also this voice that spoke up inside of my own mind, saying, don't go through with this. You are not the problem, they are the problem. And you can do 1,000 times more than they can even dream of. And that vision I had for my life, of becoming a business owner, of making a ton of money, of being in the best shape of my life, that vision kept me going. And this mindset of figuring out where you want to go, what is your path in life, that helps you in 2 ways. Number 1, it helped me tremendously in being able to cope with the present situation. I would literally overnight Literally overnight, I went from breaking down and crying when someone would poke fun at me to literally laughing along and even one-upping the things that my bullies said. I was able to cope with it because I saw my path forward and I realized that, yes, I am a loser right now, but I won't be in 2 years or in 5 years. I will get way further ahead than you guys. That's the thought that went through my mind that allowed me to go and make that shift from insecure to fully secure in the things that were teasing me about. And fun fact, once you become unfazed by someone's criticism of you, they will stop and go through a different target. Because those bullies, deep down inside, I know now that they were insecure about things as well. And they used bullying as an outlet so that they themselves wouldn't become the target. That's something I only learned in hindsight. But it is absolutely true. It goes back to that thing. Hurt people hurt people. Insecure people put other people down. You will only get that kind of attitude from people who are trying to hide, who are trying to overcompensate. They are putting others down to feel better about themselves. And in the end, it does not work like that. So develop your own mindset. And you do that through setting a vision for your own life and yourself first and foremost. The second reason why a vision is truly important is because once you set out of this is my path forward, a lot of the things over there you can now ignore. If someone pokes fun at you for something like that, like, oh, your drawing sucks, Michael. Well, no shit, everyone can see that. But I don't care about that. What I care about is transferring the information inside of my head to you. And so once I decided, you know what? I don't care about music, I don't care about my drawing, I don't care about these million things over here. Any criticism regarding that falls just down the side. It bounces right off. Because I have decided this is my path forward. This is what's important to me. And everything else I'm gonna ignore. Moving on to the second part of this journey is that I defined what is important to me. I have an entire video that I'll link on the top right of this one about core values, defining them and how they help you become more confident. But I'll give you the short version over here. If Elon Musk or Mr. Beast tell me that I'm going completely the wrong way with this channel, they are the people that are inside of this square here. They are people whose visions of business align with mine. So when they tell me everything sucks, I will be there with a pen and a paper, ready to take notes. If someone who's never started a business or a channel over here is telling me the same thing, it doesn't even register because they are outside of my defined values. So these values can be things like, I want to be great in business. I want to help other people through this channel. I want to inspire people. I want to be in great shape. I want to have a great family life. And once you decide that I want to be in great shape, that's important to me. The opinion of the 300-pound elephant over here, it doesn't matter. It bounces right off because you can clearly see this person does not have the same values as you do. So these values can be things like honesty, being hardworking, being motivated, being disciplined, but also things like going to the gym, being into business, a family life. Those are all things that can define your core values. And once I sat down and I really thought about this, and this, these are important things to me, and these things are just put to the side. I could easily cope with anyone who does not fit in this box criticizing me. If a vegan tells me that eating meat is wrong, I will laugh in their face. And similarly, they should do the same thing with my opinion of eating meat. Because we do not align in terms of what we deem important. Once you define this, it becomes like a shield against outside forces who try to penetrate you with their opinions. So let's get your mind out of the gutter and move on to the third thing here. And that is, I started judging other people less and less and less, to the point where it's almost nothing now. Because the more you judge other people, the more your mind thinks other people are judging me as well. So the less judgment you have for negative qualities in others, the less you will feel insecure about those things as well. Because your mind takes everything personally. Because once you say, oh, that person, he's terrible because he's completely out of shape. And then your mind goes like, well, but am I? Am I out of shape? It immediately reflects everything you judge other people on. It reflects it back upon yourself. So when you judge, you immediately receive judgment from your own mind in return. Plus, it emphasizes the idea that if I'm judging others, other people are judging me as well. And that is just not the case. Maybe in the moment they are, but then once you have left the situation, other people go back into their own minds, into their own fears, into their own insecurities. So very crucial. Start judging other people less, and you will find less judgment upon yourself in return. Number 4 is inner work. Meaning to sit down, ask yourself questions of, why don't I feel confident? Why don't I feel secure in who I am? Why am I not the person I really want to be? And sit there thinking about the answer. Because at some point your mind will give it to you. And you will find things that you didn't really want to know about yourself, but that you need to resolve. A lot of it stems from childhood trauma, things that happened to you in the past. In my case it was bullying, in my case it was being rejected, it was being laughed at, being made fun of. And those are all things that sank in. And even 2 decades later, those same things that happened when I was a kid, they still haunted me as an adult. So when you sit down and you ask yourself these kinds of shadow questions, when you ask yourself, what is it that I'm truly insecure about? And you work on processing, when did I first feel this? How do I have these limiting beliefs? The more you discover about yourself internally, the more you can resolve those issues so that they no longer haunt you in the present moment. Of course, this goes way deeper than I can cover in this video. But I'll cover this in a complete video later on. So if you want to see that, give this video a quick thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, making sure to enable notifications as well. And finally, the best thing you can do about criticism from other people is to just win. There's a famous quote from Kobe Bryant: "Boos do not block dunks." Meaning, no matter what people say about you, let them speak their minds. Let your success do the speaking on your part. Don't retaliate. Don't try to put them in their place. Just do the right thing. Become your best self. You develop yourself emotionally, physically, mentally, intellectually. And win. Winners focus on winning, whereas losers focus on winners. You decide which category you belong to, and you decide that every single day through your actions. Because success, it is not owned, it is rented, and the rent is due every single day. So while I completely love that you're watching this video, I also urge you to go out there, get off YouTube, get off social media, and do things in the real world that will help you win, that will help you become the best, that will help you get the success and the dreams that you desire. So with that said, give this video a quick thumbs up and get at it, my friend. Go and take the actions and get you from where you are to where you want to go.